Now we're ready to start. Listen and answer questions 1 to 7. Each question will start with a beep sound.
I mean, the job's fine and I quite enjoy it. I mean, the boss can be a bit annoying at times, but I guess that's the same with any job. No, the biggest problem is that I'm always so busy in the summer and I never get any time off. My husband's a teacher and he gets long summer holidays, but that's when I'm at my busiest, and so we never get to spend any time together. I mean, I don't mind doing it every once in a while, but if I stay in this profession, my summers are always going to be like this and I'll never get to enjoy them.
There's no simple way of knowing whether someone is lying. You can't just say, he scratched his nose, or he looked to the left when he said that, and know that they aren't telling the truth. It's more complicated than that. You first have to establish what we call a baseline. That is, how do they act in a normal, everyday situation? When we know this, it's possible to spot them lying because they use signals which are different from the norm. It might be very subtle, a very small movement in the eyes, or a change in the voice. So, do you get nervous when you're up there?
I used to. I'd get really wound up thinking about what'll happen if I go out of tune or forget the words. But then someone said to me, well, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. And I realised that this is really what I want to do. There's no point in getting all worked up about it every time. These days, I just go out there and enjoy myself.
You must be really pleased with yourself for getting so far in the contest.
Yeah, I am, but I realise that some really talented people have been knocked out of the competition. I know I'm really lucky that people out there are supporting me. Without them, I wouldn't have got this far.
In the north tomorrow, the weather will be much the same as today. Unsettled weather with outbreaks of rain throughout the day, and temperatures around 10 degrees Celsius. In the Midlands and the east, the weather will be warmer, but there are still likely to be some scattered showers and some brisk winds, but there should be some sunny spells too. In the south of the country it should be dry for most of the day. There'll be a lot of cloud cover, but there might be some periods of sunshine. Temperatures around 18 degrees, that's 2 degrees warmer than today. I've looked at your homework, and to tell the truth, there are so many problems with it I can't correct them all. You're really going to have to put some work in if you want to get into university, because this is not up to standard. If you take a look at the other students' work, you'll see just how off the mark you are. If I were you, I wouldn't pin my hopes on getting into university, and even if you do get in, it's going to be a big struggle for you. This is a very interesting exhibition for anyone who's interested in the social history of this town. We're displaying the work of Thomas Rowlandson, a cartoonist from the late 17th and early 18th century. As well as being a cartoonist, he was also a painter of landscapes and marine paintings. But this exhibition will feature his caricatures, for which he is best known. His work satires the life and society during this period, so as well as being amusing, the cartoons also act as a fascinating historic insight into the life of the period. I think the reason why people are so interested in reading blogs these days is that they offer something different from the more formal types of journalism. Where newspapers and television stations have standards with regards to the balance of opinions, blogs are much more personal. People are putting forward their own stories, and they're also divulging their sources. So in many ways the information is more honest. And where traditional media is detached, blogs are emotional, and that makes them more exciting.
Now you will have some time to review your answers. That is the end of part 1.